Okay.
Take down the CCP, take down the CCP, take down the CCP, 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 take down the 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 CCP, 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 take down the CCP, take down the CCP, take down the CCP.
Take down the CCP, take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. Let me tell you what I've been through, baby. Lived a life that was hella unfair. Seen things that been driving me crazy. In a country where the leaders don't care. Didn't think we had the courage to change it. Tore it down and they weren't prepared. Everything that they kept us from saying. Now we talking and they better be scared. Take from us. Tell us what and who to love. Swear I finally had enough. It's time to rise above. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said, hey, down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our families.
Communism sucks, hard for me to give a fuck. Try to tell them and they try to keep it on the hush. Middle finger up, turn into a fist. They wanna keep the poor so they never rich. If you wanna see the future, look into the past. Been a century of silence, we gon' take it back. I'm just stating facts, tell you how it is. Ain't no way to change shit if we don't resist.
Take from us. Tell us what and who to love. Swear I finally had enough. It's time to rise above. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said, take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our families.
这是你我维护正义的必须，这是你我维护正义的必须。
Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said, hey, down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our families.
你完了，共产党！你完了，共产党！你完了，共产党！你完了。
Hello everyone, welcome to Hong Kong Signs of the Time. It's live from GTV and YouTube. And here's Phoebe and my partner. Hello, Sky.
Hello, I'm Skyson.
Yeah. And it's October the 16th. And today, this episode is our episode 11, Hong Kong Signs of the Time. So we still focus on Hong Kong because we don't want to forget Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Sky.
Yeah, so today our topic is the CCP's infiltration and manipulation.
Yeah, CCP's manipulation, and we need to have confrontation against this invasion and against this manipulation from CCP.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at all the pictures Sky prepared for today.
Yeah. We can see our cover is save our future up against it. Yeah. We need to
up against it.
Against
yes.
it. Yeah.
Stand with Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Save
Today.
our future.
Yeah, today we have a three topic is about the Hong Kong situation, and then Hong Kong is a sample for CCP how to break down the Hong Kong, and then one country two system how to change, and then this sample is for fulfilled in the global global country. You can see now the America and the UK and other foreign country, they will silence their media, and then today we will focus about Hong Kong and the sample. Yeah, we go to the next page, next poster.
Yeah, speaking of the sample, there's a famous Chinese saying. They say to kill the chicken to show a good example for the monkeys, to scare the monkeys. Do you know that saying?
Seeing
In order to scare all the monkeys, and a chicken is killed to show a good example. So from this Chinese saying, Hong Kong is like the chicken. So
yeah,
CCP kills Hong Kong to show the international world, saying, look, this is an example what will happen to you if you go against us.
yeah,
Do you see what I mean, Sky?
yeah. That is same. We can go to the topic and then show how the CCP and in Hong Kong, and what about the control other foreign country.
Yeah, exactly. Because Hong Kong is like the sample, is like the example and sample of how CCP infiltrate and manipulate other countries or regions.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at the first one. Sky,
Yeah.
please.
The first one is stop doing business with Chinese. Yeah, we can say Chinese is equal about CCP, the Communist Party.
Yeah, Communist Party, Chinese Communist Party.
Party.
Yeah, so here China refers to the Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah, and then
I agree with you.
yeah, and then you are funding them to shoot us. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
exactly. I know lots of companies. They have like a lot of maybe American or international companies have a lot of deals with China. So those companies are making money. In a way, if we buy products from them, we are supporting those companies which are aligned with China, with the CCP. And in the end, actually, we are funding them, and those companies are doing the censorship as the same as what CCP does, like Twitter, like Facebook. Actually, in the end, if we keep funding them, that means we're supporting them, and they grow bigger. In the end, they come back and shoot us.
Yeah. There is a control.
Sky,
They have the funding, and they have the money. They can control more about the foreign people, foreign country, and then about the citizen. For the Hong Kong, money is very important because the business can more about the join together, and then provide their weapon, provide their control their economy. So in Hong Kong, everybody will be forget about the before the movement, and then we can show the yellow. We can show the one is about the yellow economic cycle, and then this cycle is about how the protester and support about the movement. They do more about the money to join to support the protester, and then about how to protect the Hong Kong base about the business. There's a local business because in Hong Kong more about the before 1997, go back to China, CCP control, and then more about the red business or pro-Beijing business. They will be in Hong Kong control more about the local, and then if you they have a big money to share about the party, and then control more about the location, and then you can see about the for the policy and for about the police, and more is coming to have a cycle, the red cycle or blue cycle, that's control the people get their buying or their shopping for more about is made in China. There is a product So why?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I noticed. Sorry to interrupt you. So, Sky, I noticed there are three colors in the two posters. The main three colors is yellow, blue, and red. Would you brief about the three colors? Because like me, it's quite new to me. I heard. Yeah, I only got to know this from last year in Hong Kong. According to the pro-democracy movement,
yeah.
I started to understand there's blue, red, and yellow, and it all stands for different group.
Blue,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
Yellow is
can you?
yellow cycle. What the yellow economic is about all more about small business or local business. They also is from Hong Kong people. They are have a their telemake. Their or is a business only by their make provide a good service and then good good product.
So, yeah, so yellow represents like a deplorables, like small businesses, and also grassroots people.
Yeah, and
isn't
then
it?
they also is yellow is for about the protester and support the democracy. Yeah, democracy.
Support Hong
So
Kong.
they will
Yes.
different. There's a yellow cycle, and then blue is also is pro Beijing. Blue and red. There's red is for more to CCP. There's a control
Yeah,
by
we know
CCP.
red
Yeah,
represents in Western culture or history. Red dragon
yeah.
represents China.
Yeah, China
Evil spirit. Yeah.
evil, and then this CCP for the red is the business is for very big, and then more about the control how policy or there will be or maybe have a more change supply chain for control. And blue is also set for pro Beijing, and then they will be just maybe the thinking is not more about the CCP, but they will think about the government is good and the police is protect the government and home own it, but they don't understand how is now Hong Kong is CCP control for the
Yes.
economy.
Yeah. Yeah, so here in the poster says, what is it? What is this yellow economic circle?
Yeah.
This concept means protesters and supporters of pro-democracy will try to spend money on shops and brands that support the movement. And they boycott entities or companies that support police brutality and the CCP. So here is a word, they will support the companies which support the movement, and they'll boycott companies that support police brutality and the CCP.
Yeah.
So why do people do this? Here, it's explained
Because
to endorse. Yeah.
You don't have a money to support their maybe all is a teenager. They have a no economic supporting. They only just for only maybe their the I think it's their heart, because they believe they love their Hong Kong. You need to some skill or some technical to fight for the government, because the government have the background is have a CCP control, and there's a more bigger we can say the big boss. So why we don't support about the CCP business, because they all the money is come from our citizen. If you have a more about money support them, they will can do more about the they will control Hong Kong, and then next step is control the world.
Other regions and countries. Yeah, shall we move on to next one, please?
Yeah, okay. We can see in HongOng you can see the simple, and then the next is about the Canada. So how has
sample,
China
example and sample.
Yeah, how has the CCP been buying buying out Canada? So you can see Canada is one typical example because they're more about CCP the family. They will go to move out in Canada because there is
Yeah.
very easy control. Because about the Huawei, everybody will understand Huawei is one CCP society soldier company.
Yeah. Military-based
Yeah,
company.
military-based
Yes.
company, yeah.
It has military background.
Yeah, and then you can see there how to collect about the data, citizen data, and then
Yeah,
if they have more
they
data
collect
and
the data. They acquire IP, like intellectual properties, through hackers.
yeah, you can see, you can, and then the more important is they control about kind of the media is one is first one, because they are buying about more media company. They can you cannot talk about more about the Canada citizen in news about also is support about support CCP news fake news more. Then this is first step, and then we can go to next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the next is about economics. Canada has lost the thousands of manufacturing jobs since CCP entered the WTO.
Yeah, entered WTO.
Because
Yes.
they can control Canada their job, their manufacturing.
Yeah.
Move
Because they pass all the lots of manufacturing jobs to China.
If the country they don't have any manufacturing or business, or the citizen cannot find out the job, and then they will lose the sale, and then they cannot to support the company. Also, CCP will same thing, because in Hong Kong, you remember Hong Kong is no on the 1980 they have a Hong Kong have a made in Hong Kong the logo, and then all
Yeah,
is,
made in Hong Kong.
yeah,
Yes, lots of things were made in Hong Kong then.
all is have a business or the manufactured in Hong Kong. They can support Hong Kong the business, but when the CCP in joined the WTO and then opened they said open the business, but there is also is control in CCP hand. They only you listen about the CCP. They can share about the location for you can build up the business, or build up the manufacture, and then the job is
Manufacturing job.
yeah, and the job is move on the CCP mainland. So the location, the local, they can lose about the compare or outside compare other country. They have no local product. Also is relied on other country or rely on CCP. So why the economy is down?
Yeah. See, Canada has lost thousands of manufacturing jobs, and China attempts to buy out Canadian network companies as well. So the next section is about education, swaying academia into pro-China thinking. Yeah, so here, Confucius institutions are mentioned here. There's many years ago, I checked the history of Confucius institution. It started in 2004. So it's been 16 years history of building or setting up Confucius institutions across the world. But now I think more and more countries, more and more universities have woken up, and they know. Yesterday I saw a YouTube video clip from Canadian some official government office. They say they see this Confucius institution as a espionage entity. So they think this Confucius institution, they have proof and evidence to show they are espionage entity. So espionage, basically like intelligence. They think they're doing espionage.
And then the more way that they will have more money, and then they will buy the Canada, their local business, and then buy the network. They all is buying. We can remember the buy. That's all is buy for the CCP, the business relation, they build up the relationship, also can control the company, the country.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
you can see the number 4 is a Chinese attempts to buy out Canada network companies.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they set up the relationship, and then all is the company is for CCP the background. So
Yeah.
when you the company the country is more about for over the 50% the relationship is for CCP, then your country is cultural control is losing their controlling. The government maybe only listen the CCP what they are saying. So the next is about the education, treating academic academia into pro-Chinese thinking, we can say pro-CCP thinking, and then they will set up about the CCTV or the news, because their media is also controlled in their hand. So they all the media is only fake news, and then will say Beijing is very good. They will not listen about outside because there is a fake news. They will say more about this signal and the news. Then the citizen cannot, if they cannot not find out the truth. They only be beyond replied on the media, so they will be easy to break version break.
Yes, this is to escalate or to improve the CCP image. So through Confucius Institution, they are spreading Chinese policies and history, culture that favor the CCP. So they want to build up their image in other countries through this institution.
Yeah, and then next is about the society illegal.
Yeah.
As part of banning and defension of candidates.
Yes.
So you can
so
see.
we are talking about Hong Kong, and then next is Canada. Today we also talk about a little bit situation about Canada, because in Canada things similarly it happened to Canada, like the infiltration from CCP.
Yeah, and then more Hong Kong before the 1997.
Yeah.
Hong Kong will be shoot outside the country because they don't believe the CCP. They will remove maybe the shoot Britain or Canada. It's more about Hong Kong people will go there. So why you can see the case is why we choose about the Canada, because Canada is more about Hong Kong people. They have a more society.
Oh, I see. Yes.
And then,
so the first one says illegal export of fentanyl. So fentanyl is a kind of drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yes.
We understand about now CCP will be provide some drug, and then they will be, for now is about provide the CCP virus, and then now is nobody to talk about the truth, and then for now is their controlling is also step by step to control, because the CCP is 70 years, and then their step and step control how they control Hong Kong, and then they have a more, because Hong Kong is an international funding international country city. They are more about foreign people to come join in, and then Hong Kong have a very simple test, and then more foreign people like Hong Kong, then more job, more production in Hong Kong can provide, and then CCP use Hong Kong to
Hong Kong is quite international. It's international backgrounds. Very good platform.
So they're easy to provide their technical or their skill, their academic products, I think.
Yeah.
You can see Hong Kong have one university is really powerful in before 35, maybe on before have a local university is a good education, but now they will
Yes.
use the Hong Kong university and then use them to provide more about their technical product.
Yes, yes. So here we moved from Hong Kong to focus on Canada a little bit because there's also infiltration in Canada, and we talk about economically and in education, and now is in the social aspect. There's also infiltration. See, we saw this illegal export of fentanyl and detention of Canadians. Fentanyl is a very serious a toxic drug that caused 14,000 deaths in 2016 to 2019. So only during these 4 years, 14,000 people died of using the drugs.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit math, and so over 3,000 people died each year for using this drug.
Yeah, and then we can see next one is
Social, yeah.
and illegal export of
Fentanyl,
and
yeah.
defension of Canada. One thing is about we can more remember is one Canada people in the mainland. Then the CCP can capture them, and then they will Canada need to talk and bargain with CCP, and then the people we can see the two Canada's Robert. Number 4, scheduling and farewell were sentenced to death of smuggling drugs. Yeah. You can see this case. There will be if the Canada citizen in the mainland, they will be easy to capture them when they are the country and the Canada and CCP have a because Huawei method. They will need to they have a to talk to bargain the point in the
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, for their hand to bargain. They just only to capture about the citizen for Canada. So it's very dangerous about. Do you remember about two of reporter about in Australia? They will escape out and go back to Australia. That case is same.
Yeah. Yeah, here we see number 3. Here in this picture, it says Christian aid workers Julia and Kevin Garrett arrested and accused of spying in 2014 by China. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 and 4 is a case. Yeah. So we can.
There's another case, number 4. Like 2 Canadians, Robert and Fan Wei, were sentenced to death for smuggling drugs, with great concerns of arbitrary detentions and political prosecutions. So we can see Canadian people were arrested, some were sentenced to death because of the drugs. Yeah.
Okay, we can.
So that caused some chaos in the country socially.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to the next one and see other situations in Canada?
Yeah, this one is number 7. The big one is international relationship, foreign investment as the new colonialism.
Colonialism.
Yeah, there is one is mean about the Belt and Road.
Yes.
That step by step to control the Florida or maybe the second country. They not have an investment, and then the CCP give them more about the money, and then
loans. They gave them loans on very high. They need to return more. The tax is quite high, or the interest rates are very high. So the countries which in the end couldn't repay the debt would end up in disaster. So China will be entitled to full ownership of the countries.
Yeah. And then you can they I mean the CCP they think long away the concept about how to to put inside our other country, and then use the money to maybe make a loan, a higher loan, and then the country or the second country cannot pay the investment invest.
Yeah, so to me, it's a vicious cycle. Vicious cycle means you got trapped in the trap, and then you in the very beginning, it is a very bad deal. It's a bad business. Once the poor countries get involved in this vicious cycle, they can't get out of this vicious trap. So they are trapped into in this debt. They are trapped in this loan with very high interest rates. So I think wise people can foresee this won't work. So in the end, all those poor countries will end up being owned by China.
Yeah.
And then China is using this Belt and Road for their strategies in a in the international goal. They want to have their realize their Chinese dream. Xi Jinping calls the Chinese dream. So this Chinese dream is to own the whole world in the end.
Yeah, they will compare with the America, and then step to step consult about the world, because you related on CCP, you will lose your opportunity and lose your country, because your country will become too red.
Yeah, I remember many years ago when this Belt and Road first mentioned by some business people. Once I had a chance to have a meeting with people who are actually get involved in this Belt Road project. And then I can remember that very high-ranking official. He was very proud to talk about this Belt and Road project. Very proud. So in the beginning, I had a feeling, in Chinese media or newspapers or TV, they are highly praising this project because it is quite have a secret behind it. Because on the surface, it's like to regain the so-called Silk Road, to renovate or to rebuild this Silk Road to the Western world. But actually, there's a sneaky goal, aim of this project.
Yeah, and then second, you can see the ADB, the Asian Development Bank. This means Canada is one of the key investors of the
Asian Development Bank.
Yeah,
yes, Asian Development Bank.
This is for about the CCP. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Then the case is very simple about in Hong Kong. Everybody understand about HSBC.
Yeah, HSBC. It's very popular.
Same of them.
Even in UK.
and then they will consult HSBC. The higher officer, they will train about CCP. The officer to go inside to consult the bank, and then and another one is local about for Bank of China.
Yes.
This one is a local for CCP. So they control the economic, control the money, because the HSBC have they can make the product about the money, the provide money that they can.
Yes, money can talk.
Money
talks.
So
it's important to control money, which can talk.
Yeah, and then they have three bank can provide them. They will provide the money. The cash, the Hong Kong dollar. The one is HSBC, another one Bank of China, and then another one is Standard Bank.
You mean the chartered bank?
Yeah, chartered bank. Yeah, they can control all. Also, in now Hong Kong, you can need to consider about, because Hong Kong dollar can exchange the American dollar, USA.
You can exchange between
really
US dollars and Hong Kong dollars easily. Yeah.
So and then the three bank is from is a bank collector. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so they can if the Hong Kong not on if CCP can know about USA dollar, and then they will try to use Hong Kong band, and then provide more, and then exchange about USA, and then translate to CCP. So now the economic is very important for jot down about the CCP economic.
Yeah, because this bank is like the blood bank. It's input or transmit blood to the CCP.
Yeah. So you can see.
Shall we move on to the next one?
So you can
please?
see Canada. So it's same.
Yeah.
There is same location, same way to console. So why we will say Hong Kong is a sample, and the sample is bigger for in the street in the other country is same.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one
Okay.
is we can see the TikTok is about another one bigger technology, because they
TikTok. Yeah, this is quite hot issue. TikTok.
Set some method. One is a feeder American use the user data to the Chinese community, and then it to set and then this sensor counter and silent open discussion. Yeah.
Okay, so we finished that first topic, Hong Kong. We talked a little bit about Hong Kong, and then we talked about Canada. The next topic, we are focusing on TikTok. Yeah, so TikTok is monitoring your day. So be careful if you are using TikTok, you want to remove it from your app store, from your phone.
Yeah, there is not just a TikTok.
Monitoring you.
Not just a TikTok. It's all app from CCP. They also have a backdoor. They can collect your data, not just your data, collect your information. Why this is important? On the next will be talk about the voting. So this is an important way to collect the America citizen the data, because they can use to for the now America have a mean voting, we can call.
Yeah, Skyson, can you check the GTV screen? And I still see it's not the correct picture. How about yours? On my computer, the GTV screen doesn't show up this TikTok picture.
I can. I share.
Oh, okay. I guess I have to refresh mine.
Yeah, you need to refresh your.
Yes. Okay.
In my GTV is okay. So we can talk about the now is American is now for voting the citizen. So this point is very important. How many American data is translated to CCP?
Yes, yeah, because they collect your daily videos and pictures, and then they send them to the servers in China. So the server of TikTok is in China. Yeah, imagine if after they collect all the photos and pictures and videos, and then they can do analysis. And after they analyze all the photos, and they got your data, and they can analyze the whole society. Yeah. That's quite shocking. Yeah.
So it's not just TikTok. They have will have a WeChat payment also is same, because the CCP try to control about the media. One way is give you feed you some maybe thinking is very funny, or have some you feel is just only funny or easy to use. But the point is your data, your information, your photo is also translated, and then when they need to maybe they because America is a democracy, they have the citizen have a voice about their choose their president. So now this data can use in when they more about control, they file some which one is not available, but they can use the data to void about CCP like relationship partner to get the Princeton. That's very important.
Yeah, so you lost your privacy. Once I saw a documentary on BBC about 2 weeks ago. They were talking about all the big techs. The big techs include Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, apps like this. They are called big tech, and all the big tech collect your data. You are using their product, but actually the users are products of theirs. So you are their products. In the end, they will category all the users, and then when they want to do some secret deals with other companies, they will sell your data to them.
Yeah.
And you will be targeted. You will be targeted. If they want to sell some products to a certain group of people, they will use the data. They'll feed you with some advertisement according to your likes. They know, like if you like pets, if you like politics, they categorize you. Yeah. So that's, yeah. So you are the product. When you are consuming this app, actually you are products yourself.
Yeah.
So here on the picture we said, we can see if the first one they say, actually you feed, this TikTok feeds American user data to Chinese Communist Party. That's because the servers are in China. And the second one, would you like to read the second one, please?
The central
Yeah.
central
Content.
contents and silence open discussion.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. We know that. We know Twitter also do the same
Yeah,
thing.
now
TikTok
it's
blocks all political arguments
not just a
and social debates of Chinese policy,
Yeah.
like Uyghurs in Xinjiang. So they don't allow you to talk about
Yeah.
Uyghurs in Xinjiang. They don't allow you to talk about Tiananmen Square massacre or Tibet
and then the Hong
issue
Kong.
or Hong Kong, Taiwan, and many others.
That
Yeah.
is same about the Twitter and then Facebook now. Your
Yes,
information
exactly.
need to sensitive.
Yes.
They knew
Yeah, they are
if
all
the company
censored.
not allow you your information, and then you can see now more about, I think more about the Hong Kong people, and then our
Yes.
our team member was thinking
Mm.
now is the big news is broken, and then but now the Twitter is not we close the post, and then not allow you to send out posts. That's very important for now. So,
Yeah, lots of our warriors, our
yeah,
fellows got banned or got blocked. Their Twitter got suspended, like Yan Limeng, you know, Dr. Yan.
Dr. Yan,
Yeah,
the
her Twitter
report.
account got suspended.
Yeah.
Yeah, even you know Donald Trump's account. We know Miles Gore's account got suspended like years ago, and Donald Trump constantly got some like ban on talking about certain topics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 3 is quite discrimination. You know, it says number 3 here, it says censor users who are identified by TikTok as disabled, fat, or LGBTQs. So that shows the discrimination. You know, if you are disabled or you are fat or you are LGBTQs, they will label you.
Yeah.
They have a label. So so on the background or the servers or people who work behind TikTok, they can identify you and say, oh, this guy is LGBT. Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
So why do they label you? Because they see you differently.
Yeah. So they are easy to define who you are.
Yes. Yeah.
Because your all your face ID, your face, your information is collect about CCP,
yes.
and then so they can disable. They label you very easy.
Yeah, I like this. In the corner, there's a picture of an eye with the Nazi sign inside the eyeball.
Yeah.
So that's quite vivid to show you. The eye is a Nazi eye watching you, spying you, and censoring your feed.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what about TikTok? It's not only TikTok. It's more about maybe we share Tinters about.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So LGBTQs, I'll just have a brief introduction. So LGBTs are people. L means lesbian, G means gay, B like bisexual. So a Q like queries, like strange people like to wear other opposite sex clothes or quite weird. So all these people are labeled in TikTok. Yeah.
Okay.
So we move on to the next one, please.
Next one is about the company. So every that is about, we can see naming and shaming companies who not told to try.
Kowtow. Yeah, kowtow
Kowtow.
is actually a Chinese word.
Oh, yeah,
Kowtow
it's
means
kowtow.
koutou, means you kneel down.
Yeah.
You lower your head, bow. So you bow and you kneel down to show your respect, to show you're lower than the other person. But then kowtow becomes the English word and it's spelled Kowtow. So a lot of foreigners, when they see this spelling, they pronounce it as kowtow, owl, like owl.
Yeah.
So kowtow. Though in Chinese we say koutou, but in English you need to pronounce it as kowtow.
Yeah, kowtow. Okay.
Yeah, so here we have lots of a list of names of companies which kowtow to Chinese censorship requests.
Yeah.
So we all the title is all quite interesting. It's called naming and shaming the companies. So we name them, we tell people what their names are, and we shame them. So we think shame on you. So these companies should feel ashamed. What are these companies? Can you tell us the first one, please?
The first one is it's about
Cathay
Hong Kong.
Pacific.
Yeah,
Cathay Pacific.
Cathay
Is
Pacific.
it Hong Kong company?
Yeah, it's I think it's a Hong Kong company because they are.
Yeah. Actually, I checked Wikipedia. So it was but actually China also owns 45% of the stocks.
Yeah.
So the most mainly it's a Hong Kong based company,
Yeah.
but China also owns a large percentage of the stocks.
But for the all company, it also have a or CCP have a more shareholder in the. I think maybe or it will be all the company have some little. I think. But
yeah, so I roughly I read all these companies. See, Cathay Pacific, Marriott is a hotel, Sheraton Hotel, Mercedes-Benz, a car company, Audi, a car company. All these companies have the similar thing. They fire their staff because they expressed their support for Hong Kong protests, pro-democracy protests. So they got fired. Yeah, so all these were on news.
Yeah,
we know all the stories. Like they mentioned.
Another one,
I remember
another one they will do that because the reason is mainland have a 40 billion.
Yeah.
That's a bigger in economy, but now the control is this all economy is controlled in the family home at the hand. There's a CCP at the family, so it's not it's not for the Lao Bai Senior we say about the
deplorables, like Steve Bannon always says Lao Bai Senior is deplorables.
So they all is mainland people. They have no more about the economy. I remember the report is about for when people only $2,000. You can see now in the bigger company. There's a second in the world second economy in the world, but the citizen only $2,000 for 1 month. But you can see how where is the economy? Economy is about the CCP family. They can provide more about relationship. Then the company can go inside and set up the business, and then capture about the lower price, lower salary, then to provide the.
Why can they do that? Why can they maintain low prices? Because there's low cost of slavery. This is modern slavery happening in China. Like Xinjiang workers from the prison, from Uyghur re-education camp, and actually those people were used as workers. They are being used as free labor. So basically they are slaves, or they are lower paid workers. That's also slavery, modern slavery. So that's why in China many products are so cheap, because that's exploit. That's exploiting the grassroots. Yeah, that's why they can have such low price. And then the big companies in China, they are making money.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I want to more about talk. I will talk about the Muji. There's
Muji. Yeah.
right hand side the photo I saw up. The Muji is a Japanese company, and then
Yes.
they provide a lower price or more fa- more common about more common mainland the people can product it. But do you remember about in a mainland they have one they have no no ecology
What,
protect.
what do you mean? You mean the ecological,
Uh,
friendly environmental projects?
no, it's about protect about the product. I mean,
Products. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. So Muji, I know Muji products are quite high level. Not like they are well made. Yeah, their products are very artistic, very beautiful, and good standards.
wait a minute, I check about.
Yeah. So
Because
here on this list, this is the second list of the companies which kowtow to Chinese Chinese censorship requests. So in here, there's Tiffany & Co. and Gap and Vans and Muji and Lancome. So these are all very famous international companies. So now Sky is talking about Muji.
about the intellectual property.
Yeah.
I mean the intellectual property, because in mainland this company is go inside and then they will be copy. Then they create a one is same of the Muji. I remember.
Oh, which is the brand? I know you are talking about the intellectual property, IP.
Yeah.
So IP means the Muji
They have one Muji is
designed and produced some products, but then the IP got stolen, and then other companies were copying their products.
Yeah, and then they just only change
low quality, low price.
Yeah, only change the one word, and then they looking the banner, the logo, the logo. It's similar.
Is it called Miniso?
It's same as the Muji. If you in China.
I think it's called Miniso.
Yeah,
I remember the logo of the company.
So, but you can see how this company go inside. They want to get more money, but their product is a copy for in China. They're more about the product is also copy and then
it's smart
lower
way.
price.
It's a smart way that you get the company doing business in your country, and then you have workers working in their company. Then the workers can steal the technology, can steal the property, intellectual property.
And then I remember they lose the law in China.
You mean they violate the law?
Yeah, they lose. They shoot about this the faker company, and then they lose about the company because they said about they changed about, I think it's changed about, they say it's different for them, but all design, all the product is same of them. So you can see their company is going inside, but they lose their product, lose their technology. Also, it's same.
Yeah. So it's a sacrifice for the company like Muji. They made some money. Can you go back a little bit? There's something I want to mention on the last picture about Muji. Yes. Yeah. So in Muji, there's the word. I want to read the sentences. So apologized after featuring a map of China in a store catalog that didn't include the Senkaku Islands. Destroyed the catalogs. So basically here it says Muji apologized after featuring a map of China in the store catalog that didn't include Senkaku Islands. So Senkaku Islands are called 钓鱼岛 in Chinese. In Taiwan it is called 钓鱼台. In Taiwan. So Senkaku is the name used in Japan. So that's, you can see the pronunciation is actually Japanese pronunciation, Senkaku Islands. So it's quite disputed islands for years in history. And just because the T-shirt on Muji products, they feature a map of China. That means on this product there's a picture of China in their store catalog. So in the catalog is like a little book about all the products. They have catalogs.
Yeah.
And in one of the catalog, they have a Chinese map, but Senkaku Islands were not in the map.
Include.
So this company, Muji, had to apologize to China, and then in the end, they destroyed the catalogs. They have to make new ones.
Yeah, that's all is same. If you when CCP, they will say that some when they have some problem, they will say about the Japanese and the history problem. The history problem, they will be broken about the or if you have your car is made in Japan, they will be problem for all the case. They will be not for the history problem then, but the CCP they will control that. They will be made hate them.
And also in Gap here, the story also. Gap apologized after T-shirt depicting China without Taiwan was sold at a store in Canada, issuing the statement Gap Inc. respects China's sovereignty and territorial integrity. So I explain a little bit. So that means Gap have to apologize after their T-shirt depicts China without Taiwan. So that means on the T-shirt there's a picture of China without Taiwan. So this happened in Canada. So this company had to apologize, and then they had to issue the statement. They have to say, "Oh, sorry, Gap Incorporation respects China's sovereignty. We respect your territory. So we respect your territorial integrity." So integrity means it's a whole. It's together, all together. So China includes Taiwan. So Gap has to state this comment saying, "We agree that China owns Taiwan." That's a joke to me.
So you can see that when you choose about the product in a comment, you need to lose your everything.
Yes. We can. Yeah. So just now we had the first picture. There's about 5 companies, and here is another 5 companies. And could you please show us next picture, next list? So all these companies, the list of companies, we can see that's all the companies who kowtow to Chinese censorship.
NBA is a very
there's NBA, Nike,
and then
Disney and ESPN, Blizzard,
Blizzard and Disney. Disney, remember about the
Mulan,
Mulan, and then about the Meisha. And then the one case is the people need this about we'll be talking about this is Xizang.
Tibet.
Tibet. So you need to change it. But I want to the Barca is a very typical type about the 2 Hong Kong people will say about the Free Hong Kong the slogan, but they stop down. This way everybody will remember it. For the gambling is a very teenager is also will pay. Then another one is CCP will control that because they will have a shareholder. I remember for one is the game is they can there's a League of Legion. There's a game for the controlling in for it's a game for one. And then but CCP they will be have an investment and they have a shareholder. They use the
in Blizzard. Are you talking about Blizzard?
Yeah, Blizzard. Yeah.
So it's quite popular, right? Because I never play computer games, so I never heard of Blizzard.
I think teenager people will understand because there are more game is now is controlled in CCP.
Yeah.
Because one provider is a teenager. It's a WeChat.
Teenager,
But no teenager. It's about the WeChat company. It's WeChat company.
Tencent.
Yeah.
Tencent.
This one is a very big about the game for the provide game.
Tencent games. They are very strong in that as well.
All is a collab all about foreign companies, and then they have a shareholder, and then they can when they go inside the mainland. They will be select them, and then you playing game and chatting. You cannot some word cannot show out because they will be sensitive.
Yes,
So you
I
can
still
see.
remember the first one here on the list is NBA. I remember after Daryl Morey in Chinese we call Morley. This is very popular in China. I think everyone knows Morey. After Morey, manager of Houston Rockets, published a tweet supportive of Hong Kong protests, NBA issued an apology calling the tweet inappropriate. I still remember when this came out as like shocking news. I still remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so NBA kowtow to China. And Nike also kowtowed. Next one saying removed all Houston Rockets merch. Merch means merchandise, all their goods, all their products from their China stores, both on websites and physical stores. So they removed all the Houston Rockets merchandise from the Chinese stores, China stores. Yeah.
And then Disney is in Shanghai. They have a one bigger playing
Amusement park. Park.
So
yes.
now this CCP say if you not allow something, and Shanghai cannot. Hong Kong is one. Yeah, Hong Kong and Shanghai have a one bigger.
Yes.
So
Hong Kong. There's one in Hong Kong and in Tokyo, in Shanghai.
So you can see how to control their business.
Money talks. Like what I said. Yeah, they use money as a weapon. Say, hey, like leverage. Hey, if you don't do this, we don't give you money.
Not just money.
I think make money in China.
Not just money. It's a company. The policy, their power, the policy. If the company in mainland, they will need to train about the film, train about the story, need to fulfill in CCP.
Yeah, like this story in Disney Marvel. He is a censored Tibetan monk from Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is a film made in 2016. Yeah. I checked, I googled. So Doctor Strange, they even changed the Tibetan monk. So originally in the story of the comic books, the Tibetan monk is a man.
Yeah.
The ancient one was a man, Tibetan man. But in the film, they changed it to white woman in the film. So they have to change according to Chinese like value.
Yeah, there's a
that's
all the
shocking.
Company. There's communicate about the CCP.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
So culture and things like films and sports, music, and I think all cultures are universal. They should be you shouldn't use lots of boundaries, bandage to tie them up. Say let's say you can only do this, you can't cross the line. Then if you do this, then the culture can't flourish. Yes. Yeah, that's very bad. Yeah.
Okay, we can
go next. The next one.
Next is about I think it's this one. It's about the oil and the
energy and oil.
Energy and oil.
So it says invading 18 countries of 6 continents, manipulating worldwide energy supply, buying money, definitely, using money to control, to buy out, to manipulate.
You can see the
that's a list of history. In 2009, in Angola, Angola is in the middle of Africa. It's a country there. So Sinopec and the CNOOC jointly bought a stake in the deep sea oil field. So I know Sinopec. Sinopec means China Petroleum and Chemical.
Yeah.
I have friends whose family work in this like Sinopec or CNPC. So CNPC is a bit bigger like a mother or general company. It's called Chinese National Petroleum Corporation. So under this big company, there's Sinopec, Petroleum China, and also CNOOC belongs to the ocean petroleum company. Yeah. So all those were like branch companies. So basically, all these companies, smaller or bigger, they go and to other countries to buy the stakes in their oil field companies. So oil field means oil company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happened in Angola in 2009. And the next one, which country on the list?
Angola. and
Yeah, Angola. That's
Angola.
Angola in 2009.
And then you can
And
Singapore.
also we see in 2009 there's few other countries.
Yeah, and then Singapore, which
Yes.
Singapore is I think is same about same of the policy or the culture is same of the CCP.
Yes, Singapore. So in Singapore they acquired 45% of SPC stake, and also in Kazakhstan. It's near Xinjiang Uyghur area, Kazakhstan, and there's another country, Switzerland.
Yeah, there's also
Switzerland. They acquired Adex Petroleum.
Yeah.
It's so funny, when I Google Adex Petroleum, they didn't show where it is originated. They just say it was established in 1994, if I'm not wrong. Then they didn't say it was established in 1994 in Switzerland. They didn't mention Switzerland at all. So I think they deliberately want to hide some information. But anyway, they just say it's like Chinese company.
Yeah.
Because it was acquired by Sinopec.
So you can see the step by step. It's more country is also is control.
Yeah, similar story happened in Brazil, Canada, and Republic of Cameroon. So Cameroon is also a country in Africa.
Yeah.
Africa. Cameroon in Chinese we call Cameroon.
Yeah. And then also Canada. Canada is also is a higher control.
Yes. Yeah.
Company.
Okay, next one, please.
Okay, next one.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me a few minutes. Can you talk, please? Excuse me.
We can see the is a Niger Bay, and then the Brazza, and then I think it's Australia. Australia is another one. It's controlled by CCP. For now, in the Australia people member, they will know how the Australia they cannot talk more because now is CCP is increase the tax for the Australia when the Australia not agree to protect the CCP. So you can see all the oil and energy is a controlling supply, and then you can see 2014 is a USA, and then they have a
Sinopec.
Yeah.
Sorry, back. Yeah, Sinopec acquired 5 shale oil and gas fields in the US.
Yeah, so you can see one also is step by step. There's also control.
Yes, 2014 in Canada, in Peru. Peru is Bilu in Chinese.
Yeah.
Peru and Kazakhstan, Indonesia. Yes, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Nigeria. Nigeria is also in Africa.
Yeah.
Look at the scale and the speed of buying stake from different countries.
Okay.
Yeah, next one, please.
Next is next one is
also and the energy in the country is very important. Yeah, energy and oil.
And then you can see oil is Canada, and then we can see 2019 is Russia. Yeah. Russia
Yes.
Someone.
Yeah, so it's different. This is a different picture from last one, but look, the color seems the same. But if you look at the years, the numbers, the years, it's 2016, Canada, 18, Canada, Botswana, United Arab Emirates. So that's UAE. Yeah. And also Nigeria, Russia, Brazil, South Africa, Iran, Kazakhstan.
Okay.
I think actually, I think this is One Belt One Road project.
Yeah.
The Belt and Road, because all these countries are along the Belt and Road projects. So that project includes economy and oil and many different fields.
Okay. Now we will. So the next one is about Africa, the map. Why
a map?
Yeah.
Yes.
This map is only the location, but next one I want to show you can see compare. Let's get here.
Yeah, that's a good comparison if we put both maps all together. So here we see a map of Africa.
Yeah, and so the
A map of Africa.
yeah, you can see
Yes.
the compare
You
2000.
know, I have a younger daughter, and my daughter always wanted to visit Africa every day. Almost every day, she says, "I want to go to Africa." Why is that? Because of the Lion of King. You know, there's a Disney film called Lion of King, and she really likes it. So all the time she wants to visit Africa. So I wish Africa can still maintain its own value and the landscapes and the scenery, the nature. So one day I take her there. I hope it's still beautiful.
Yeah.
Not disrupted by other.
And then you can
big,
see the one
yeah.
for Africa. That's everybody understand CCP is more money to support them, but they will not support for other meaning people. And then you can see the 2012 and 2013. There's only red one is only a few country, few country.
Yeah, a few countries like Sudan.
Yeah.
And South Africa. And is it called Togo? Yeah, on these countries, and also Gabon.
Yeah, Gabon.
Yeah, these 4 countries were kind of bought out.
And then when the
red, they became red.
Yeah, and when the Belt and Road, you can see the next one is.
Yeah. Then after Belt and Road project, after that project, see how many places became red.
There is a circle. I think it's a have a circle
along the coasts. Yeah, all along the coasts.
Yeah, and then the circle economic. There's a concept because the another one another country not for red, they cannot to compare because the neighbor is also red. So it's a time problem. If the time more longer, they will need to change their color because the neighborhood is also become to CCP. So they step
CCP color.
And then step by step to control the Africa. You can see that.
Yes. Yeah.
That
already we can see,
important.
And we know that African students can get very good treatment in Shandong province. They can get they will be paid to study in Shandong University, and there will be several girls to serve one boy student.
Yeah. And then
like
Taiwan,
like prince.
Yeah, and then Taiwan have a relationship before the Africa, but Africa, yeah. But for the CCP control, they will need to use money. The money relationship, I think, they will need to say connect with Taiwan. So every policy in the whole world, and then it's happen for now.
Yeah, so financially, the African economy is being changed.
Yeah.
Would you like to show? I think that shows the change of Africa. So what's the next one, please?
The next one is about talking the voting.
Oh, okay. So it's a new topic. So we finished about infiltration of Canada, Africa, and in oil One Belt One Road project. So that's about infiltration and manipulation. And here is new topics. Also another way of manipulating the politics.
I think it's have a relationship because if the country is a democracy, you need to about the void have a void problem. For Hong Kong, the case is very very simple. Then you can in this photo you can see how many methods to control the voting. The void region weight in Hong Kong, and then you can see the I will see about the vote pending fake address relation.
Yeah, excuse me a minute. Please continue to talk.
Yeah. I talk first. Yeah. Okay. I talk about you in this picture is very simple for Hong Kong because Hong Kong have a democracy. People citizens have their voting, and then but you need to more about citizens to go outside and then to understand your voice is for what for your responsibility, and then your voice is for your came in the government. This voice is not for funding for exchange money. This is for your duty. So in Hong Kong, some maybe they don't understand what is part of the duty. They don't understand the society duty or the policy, their voice to compare with some people will not, they want to do some personal policy or personal console. They will be need to use that, and then we can see the one is a voter hunting for a fake address registration. Does it have a more address is some people to register about the voting authority, and then but these are no people. We can for next step we will talk about this one. We can go to talk. First one is
Yes. Okay. So voting right now in America, there's a presidential election, and voting is also a big issue because the Democrats they could have doing some secret things like dirty things to manipulate the voting.
Yeah, and then you can see the Hong Kong have more about no people, no such people, and then this the address is have a resident about like no people to take there to live in there because they need to maybe fake ID or fake
ID.
person.
Yes. Yeah. I remember.
Ghost voting.
Yeah, like people are living everywhere, and then they get the letters.
Yeah.
They from their mailbox, and then maybe you are not eligible for voting, but you still get some mails.
Yeah.
Get letters, or even if you move to another place, your old place, you still get letters without informing you.
Yeah, so you can see the citizen's home address may be registered by unknown. Those unknown have different surname.
Surname, yes.
Yeah,
so
will say,
unknown.
Ghost voters.
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah, easy for them to make this trick.
Yeah, and then next one is scattering voice. Scattering votes.
Yeah, scattering votes.
I to say that what is a scattering voice. There is one.
How do you pronounce that Chinese word?
Which one? 改票.
The scattering votes is called in Chinese, because I think that's a complicated Chinese character.
This
借票 or
借票. 改票. 借票.
嘎票.
Yeah, this is for Cantonese pronunciation. 改票.
Yeah, what's Canton 改票?
There is the case is there's some people, there is a word in the maybe pro Beijing organics. They will use some, because now Hong Kong in Hong Kong they will say free Hong Kong, global in Hong Kong. They will use this slogan, but the people is pro Beijing government. They will use the slogan to capture about the teenager, because teenager, if you know, it just only focus about they will say about the global Hong Kong, free Hong Kong, and then you avoid them. Maybe these people is a spy.
Oh yeah. So on the surface they say, hey, we pro democracy, but they are suspicious because they have pro Beijing background. Yeah, so they are basically spies.
It's same of about the foreign people in now is our team is say the some Mingyun, the how to say that there is a for they will be not allowed Beijing not good. Beijing is not good, but they will don't they don't do anything. They not action for.
Oh yeah, anything. I see what you mean. Like they what we call they only talk about it, but they don't take action. So they are fake pro democracy person. Yeah.
Yeah, there is same. they will use the maybe slogan just only to cover their policy,
cover their real
their real
color.
yeah
Yeah.
the real color. So and then if you cannot understand and then you know to do anything in the investigate, you just only based on the slogan, you will lose your voice. You need to
Yes.
you need to check that these people what happened, this what about the background is about, what is the background for the main policy or main, or have some policy is set will do for future. They will have a policy list, but you only need to say free Hong Kong and global in Hong Kong is not enough for vote.
Yes.
Because you need to understand why you can help the citizen.
Yes.
Or the
Yeah, I see what you mean.
location.
So a lot of candidates.
Yeah.
Candidates means those people who are going to be elected.
Yeah.
So the candidates will shout loudly saying, "Liberate Hong Kong, the revolution of our times."
Yeah.
They use this campaign slogan, but if you ask him or her, what is your action?
No.
What are the procedures you are going to use? What are the merits? And probably he or she couldn't give you very detailed steps he will take.
Yeah. So this the Pro Beijing will be find out some teenager people, they will join in the group, and then this group also is to go on another location. There's share your voice, and then maybe the main person is a real person, is protect Hong Kong, but these people will be some all information to fake, and then they cannot win the vote.
Yes,
There
they
is
are
this meaning for about the scatter.
Yeah, hypocrites means on the surface they look good, but inside they are evil.
Yeah, there is how to scattering the voice.
Yeah, they just they are like wearing camouflage, like the lizard. You know, the color can change according to the environment. They just change, so that's their colors they change, but inside it's not the same.
Okay, next is about we can see there is about confusing ballots.
Yeah, confusing ballots, confusing, misleading stickers, confusing ballots.
Also, this problem is over person. Because they don't understand their voting is for what, their duty is for what, because they don't have a timeline to fill in, to enjoy about the democracy. They just only consider about them. They get about the politics. Maybe they have they void it, and then they can get some money, get some for food, for get some all of the them. They will they will be provide some information then to go to void.
Yeah.
Also, these people also will void this. They will be is a old lady, or maybe have a not about care the society, not care about their duty, not care about their policy, because this also I think about the Pro Beijing candidates, they will be do anything to let them win let them to allow to win the voting.
Yeah, they will take whatever merits they can.
Yeah, so you can see they have some information how to teach them to how to vote, because they have maybe some people who don't understand what is the voting. Maybe they don't understand they don't have some education, no education for maybe before they will come from the mainland, or in the no like to in the learning, so they only
I saw in these two pictures there's explanation. The first one, according to the timeline up to the 2012, the LegCo means legislative and council election. Misleading stickers were found and used, so leading to vote pro-Beijing candidates number 9 and number 804. ICAC stopped investigation of misleading stickers cases since lack of proof in 2013.
Yeah.
So this happened in 2012, and another one happened in 2018. LegCo means Legislative Council by election. Confusing ballots were found in use, leading to vote pro-Beijing candidate Chen Hongyan.
Yeah.
So Chen Hongyan, here we can see Chen Kaixin in Chinese.
Yeah.
So there's misleading stickers. So they scattered some stickers. They gave stickers away to people, but the stickers were misleading or confusing, so people didn't really get it. Then maybe they will be cheated.
Yeah.
Be misled to vote for these pro-Beijing candidates.
Yeah.
So it's been used. It was used in 2012 and 2018.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next one is very. Yeah. There's a bullet suffering. So they will have some maybe they have a timeline for voting. Maybe 10 o'clock will be 10:30 p.m. will be closed. Just maybe 22:30. That the voting is complete. So when the 10 o'clock, there will be more people, gross people will go inside, and then they can maybe they don't have a voting member. They cannot vote, but they make the long period, and then if you want to vote, you see more people in here there, you maybe don't want to go vote. And then they have some, you can see the suspicious power theory in different polling station.
Yeah, suspicious power failure in different polling stations. So polling stations are where they collect all the ballots. So if you want to vote, you hand your ballot to them. So they find suspicious power failure. Yeah.
Also
so here in the picture I saw on the there's a figure like sum. In the sum number is 671. It's changed to 971.
Yeah.
And then the figure 6001 changed to 6301.
Yeah.
So they changed the numbers as well.
Yeah. So you can see there's all the paper. So we can.
I think. Yeah, all these tricks will be used in American presidential election, because all the tricks were used in the past and then they worked.
Yeah.
So definitely, because CCP wanted to control American election as well. So all these voting tricks definitely, I think, will be used in America as well.
So all this way is all in this poster. You can see there's a the pro-Beijing how to influence about the voting, and then
manipulating. They are manipulating the voting system.
Yeah. So why I take this, because we before it said about the yellow economic cycle, and then how the Canada how to their buying candidate.
Yeah, Canada. Yeah, buying out Canada.
Yeah. And then how to use the economic to make the company jot down their business.
Yeah.
And then there is a step by step protocol. So when your country is a democracy step, and then they use the vote to influence the citizen.
Yeah, they undermine democracy. In China, I grew up in mainland China. I never voted for presidents or the country, the leaders for the country. I never had a chance. So there's no such voting system. There's no democracy. So CCP is undermining democracy all over the world, and we have already seen that happening in Hong Kong. They changed the LegCo, so-called Legislative and Council. And so now these are so many cases we can analyze that shows how CCP undermine the democracy.
So so why I say that simple for in Hong Kong, but Hong Kong for the next step is the foreign country is same of, we can say now today Hong Kong, tomorrow is the world.
Yes, yeah. So we see, what happened in Xinjiang, the Uyghur people. That is happening to Hong Kong protesters, pro-democracy protesters. And then, we'll see, this kind of act or behavior will continue if nobody stops this. This behavior will continue in some other regions and countries, because we already seen it in Xinjiang, in Hong Kong. And also from what we talked about earlier in Africa, from one region, because of the One Belt One Road project, so many places will be in heavy debt. In the end, if they can't repay all the debt, then China will be entitled to have the ownership of the countries.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So that is horrifying to me.
Yeah. So that is our today's topic. Is also connect with any place, anywhere. If you don't, so I want to say about the citizen duty is very important. You need to care about your country, care about your society, how to be not allowed to country become to Beijing system. That is very important.
Yes, yeah, and again, I think Hong Kong young people, brave young people, have already set a good example for us to be courageous, to be brave, to stand out, to stand with our own values and protect our own interests.
So action, everybody can action your hand or action your to share the
Take
information.
action. Yeah.
That's all today. The poster sharing.
Yes, that's all the protesters would like to share with you. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you
Remember,
for joining us and listening to us talk about all the political issues or related different countries.
And then we tomorrow will be some sample will be in tomorrow 2 o'clock, and then have our show in the teaching the English, and then you can more understand to our what about the talking. Thank you today.
And Sky and I have two like GTV broadcasting, and this one is focused on Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And on Mondays and Wednesdays and Saturdays we focus on English studies. And the Saturday Hong Kong Beijing time is Saturday 2 p.m.
Yeah.
We'll maybe focus on one of the topics we talked today. Will be more about studying English. We'll focus one article, one topic, and learn some new phrases and keywords. And on Mondays and Wednesdays, we focus on pronunciation, grammar, basic English things. Yeah.
Thank you everybody to listen about the topic, and then same place, same time to the Hong Kong side of time. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Let's not forget Hong Kong. Let's remember Hong Kong. Let's focus on Hong Kong.
Yeah.
See you next time. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.